So this is a quick tutorial on how to use OBS for video streaming at a Kingdom Hall. It has options to use different scenes. You can use multiple cameras, and you can capture from a second display that is used for TV and so forth. So there's a lot of good things with OBS that can be used. We have set up 5 different scenes. The main scene is called speaker here, and it has a camcorder that is capturing that. And we also have a remote with a zoom in and zoom out function for that camera. And we have a Magewell HDMI capture device that is USB 3. And the audio is taken from the PA system. The way it works is that for each scene you add a source. So in this case you'll see the video camera here, but you're not seeing an audio here. I mean, you see audio here. It says video camera speaker there, but you don't see a separate audio source. So the reason for that is because of some syncing here that is done to make that match up. So if I right click and go into properties of that camera, you'll see there the Magewell capture device and the resolution that is used from the camera and the frames per second there. And if you go further down, buffering is set to enable, and that is important to get good syncing. Also, we're using, it's checked off here for use custom audio device, and in our case this is the microphone that we're using, taking from the PA system. So that's that, but to make that the syncing up perfect, we have to click on this icon there, the gear wheel, and there's an option here. It's sync offset, and this is for the audio. So sync offset, and we've added, and this is in milliseconds, so 133 milliseconds, and to make that perfect. So this is what it looks like now with a 133 millisecond delay on the audio, and you'll see that it's now synced up with the video. So that's that for the camera, but we also have an option here for the TVs to show whatever's being shown on the TVs. Right now it's just the year text that is being used there, but that could be an image that during the meeting. So by clicking the eye here, you can toggle on and off to show that. For our second scene, we have the full stage, and we also have the same thing here with showing the TVs or the second display there, and then we have a camera showing the audience, and those can be toggled on and off as well. And for the audio here, you'll see that that's a separate source, and that's again the PA audio. So the same that is used for a speaker, but it's not tied in with the camera itself. And this camera right here, that is a webcam. It's a Logitech 930E that is being used for that, and it's mounted about 12 feet or so away from the stage. Our third scene is the capture from the TVs. TV capture scene here can be used to show videos, and that's what we use it for. So if in Soundbox here, if I go on media and then play a video here, you'll see that it will just switch over to that.
It's time for another convention. Yes, that's right, another year has gone by. Are you ready?
The way that is done, if you go into properties here, you'll see that it's a display. So it's capturing that display right there. And to add a source like this, you just add that you click on that plus icon, and you'll see a list of things that you can add. So in this case, it's the display capture. If it's a camera, then you would have to use the video capture device. You can also use window capture, which we'll show in the next scene here. So for the next scene, we have the song, which you'll see that it's you see the hall here in the background, and it's an overlay with the TV screen. So in this case, if I play the song, now it's showing the ear text again, but if I play the song, so you saw there that you can see the song lyrics and the audience at the same time. So to do this, we have to use window capture because there's a filter that is added to this screen capture here. So if we can't use the same screen capture that was used for the TV screens there earlier, because it will also add that filter. So in this case, it's just using window capture. So if I go in under properties, you'll see here that it's window class, and it's taking from Soundbox, the presentation window from Soundbox. But if I go back and right click again, there's filters. I click on the filters here, and I already have a mask added. And you have to use an image for that mask. So in my case, it's just a 50 by 50 pixel all black GIF image that I'm using, and it's being stretched across the whole screen, and the opacity is then set to 80%, and that's how I'm achieving the effect of having that transparency of that screen and seeing the audience in the background. The last scene is the audience, and so the last screen is the audience before and after, and that is using another webcam. It's using a Logitech 920, and that is faced in the back of the Kingdom Hall, capturing the audience. So we're using that before and after the meeting, and the audio is again taken from the PA system, and when we play the background music before and after the meeting, then that's pretty much all you'll hear on the other end. As far as audio goes, you'll see here that it's important to turn off, like for each camera, because they will come up. So obviously the webcam have a microphone as well, so that needs to be turned down, and that needs to be done on each scene here. You'll see that another one, the camera stage, and you also have to go into settings, and you'll see here that under audio, you'll see these devices also added, and you can just go disabled on all of these. There's no need to have those added there. We're using stereo and 48 kilohertz audio, which is the same hertz that is coming straight from the sound card. So it's just matching that. The stream tab here, this is where the information is for your subscription and in our case, we're using livekingdomhall.com as our streaming service. So they'll give you a URL, and you get a streaming key, and then a username and password that you have to add to that. For our output, we are using, for our bitrate, we're using 1500. And the very reason for that, we could go higher, but if you go to video, you'll see that we're broadcasting here in 1280 by 720. So 1500 in bitrate is fine for that. But if you're broadcasting in 1920 by 1080, then you might consider going a little higher, possibly 2 plus megabit. Our frame rate is set to 2997, and it's important that all the cameras are set to the same value, frame per second value, because otherwise you'll create latency, and you don't want that. So going back to the output here, the encoder is set to hardware, and that is also an important feature to so you don't tax your system here, because when we're using it, it's staying, the CPU is then staying around here. You'll see that approximately 6% that it's using for the processor. And so that's plenty to show, again, left over to show videos and do whatever else other than the streaming. And also, the bit rate is set to 128 kilobit. And other than that, I'm using high quality for the preset, the encoder preset. And you can also set up recording if you want to do that. And that's you I would recommend setting up the format to MP4, and you could do software for that if you want to do that. But and then I'm using high quality medium file size, which is still it's fairly good quality. It's good enough. And then you just choose your location for the video. And that is pretty much it as far as what you need to know and do here. So when you have those things set up, you're ready to start streaming. You just click Start Streaming, and you're good to go.